So you've probably heard that carbs are bad for you and to stay away from them and that you should do low carb or keto or gluten free or whatever. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't really have to do any of those ever, and you shouldn't. Not that keto, gluten free, and low carb or intermittent fasting don't work, because they do work in the short term and actually getting you some pretty good results. But here's the problem: it's really hard to maintain. Likely, when someone goes on an extreme diet like that, for example, cutting out carbs or cutting out gluten or doing fasting, they do really good for a few months, maybe even 6 months, but then they end up losing it and gaining it back, maybe even more. I could go into the science behind that just a little bit with keto. When you lose, so every carbohydrate will attach itself to 4 grams of water, right? So when you lose a lot of weight at first, they'll lose 10 pounds in the first 10 days and they'll feel like, oh, wow, this is working. Cool. And while you are losing weight, you're mainly losing water weight. So with that being said, when they stop doing keto and get back on normal eating and they put all these carbs back in their bodies, even though they're good carbs, all that water weight comes right back and they gain all the weight back, if not more. So the moral of the story is don't cut out carbs. They're good for you, just the right carbs. For example, are you going to have a sweet potato or a loaded potato with sour cream and bacon and all that other junk? The sweet potato or red potato is a better option. Are you going to have the white bread or the whole wheat bread or 12-grain bread? The whole wheat or 12-grain is a better option. Are you going to have the white rice or the brown rice? The brown rice is a better option. So carbs aren't bad for you. You just have to pick the right ones. And especially if you want to gain muscle, here's why carbs are so important. Muscle glycogen is what is in muscle, is the fuel that it gives them to perform well. So if you don't have any carbs and you don't have a lot of muscle glycogen, it's going to be hard to perform at your best when it comes to workouts, when it comes to exercises in general. If you're an athlete and you're trying to perform and you don't have a lot of carbs, you're going to be handicapping yourself. Or if you're trying to lift and get stronger and you don't have a lot of muscle glycogen to work with, it's going to be challenging for your body to perform at its best. So at the end of the day, have carbs, but have the right carbs. Because if you don't, then you're really going to be handicapping yourself to get in the best performance. So I hope that helps. Have carbs, and if you have any questions, let me know.